Hello, everybody. My name. Oh, hang on. Hello, everybody. My name is Braylon Lee. Braylonlee. Braylonlee. I am the host, creator, and producer of the Scope of Success broadcast. It's all about helping you become more successful in your life, and I'm very excited to be here with all of you. Like I said earlier, I had a really good day today. Kind of enjoyed the weather and just chilled out. But tonight we're going to talk about the dash, and the dash is pretty much that the middle thing in your timeline. There's your beginning, there's your ending, but the middle, all the important stuff that you did. So tonight we will be talking about, let's see here, the dash between perishing and sacrificing your dream. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people will perish." Perishing is the dangerous state of living in a mundane existence, even without realizing it. There you are, living your comfortable life, going to the same job day in and day out, doing the same things. You know your routine so well that you could probably do it without thinking. There are no dreams or aspirations in front of you. If you were fired tomorrow, you wouldn't know how to pursue a better life. It would be a sad state of affairs. Hang on, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It will be a sad state of affairs to wake up one morning and realize that you spent years wandering aimlessly in circles, unclear about your purpose, wasting your gift and destroying your promise. What kind of life is that? You can't afford another day without clear direction and focus for your life. I'm not coming at this from my high and mighty place. I'm sharing this with you because I've been that state of perishing. I had no idea how to get out until I created a new vision for my life and committed myself to living in that new promise. I totally agree with what Steve said there. I think a lot of times in life we do get comfortable and we do get used to the same old thing. And I think it's not just hard for a college student, but I really think it's hard for anyone, because there's your dreams, and then there's reality, and within that is the truth. You have to dream big, but you also have to stay in reality, which is very hard if you're a natural born dreamer. If you're a natural born dreamer, you have so many things in your head that you want to do, but you can't do because maybe you don't have the money, maybe you don't have the time, maybe you don't even have the connections. And I honestly think that it's up to us to get out of that. I know it's easier said than done, but the thing that I've come to learn about life is that, in the words of Hannah Montana, hashtag life is what you make it. And it really is. For me, being in college, it has taught me to be strong, not just in academics, but in my life. Be strong about, what I say, be strong about what I do, be strong in the opportunities I take. Like I said to you guys before on previous scope, every opportunity that I receive, I look at it. Hey man, good to see you. Welcome back home. Hopefully you made it safe and sound. I look at every opportunity as a business deal, the good, the bad, and what's in the fine print that I can't get rid of. Now, a lot of people say, why do you look at what's in the fine print that you can't get rid of? Because that is life. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be things in your opportunity that is just there, and you're going to have to do it whether you like it or not. I appreciate that. To me personally, I look at that to see if I can actually deal with it. Because if I can't deal with it, then I just don't do it. Do what you say you're going to do. I know that's easier said than done, but we have to make time and arrangements for the things that we care about. For me, doing this is very important to me. Now, I will say this, even though I may not be on at exactly 8 o'clock, thank you, man, I appreciate it. Even though I may not be on exactly at 8 o'clock, I always try to stay within the 8 o'clock hour, because if I say I'm going to be on at 8, I'm going to be on at 8. But also, life happens, and and the fact that you guys still come on when I come on is really, really appreciated. So let's keep going. I feel like this is going to be a really good scope. If you're not in this scope, get in the scope, because this is going to be a really, really good scope. Let's keep going. When I think back to my earlier days, it's painful to remember how much of my life was disconnected from real vision. I would take any job just to pay the rent and put gas in my car. I would date anyone who helped me pass the time. When I wasn't working, When I wasn't working, I was hanging out with people who didn't push me any closer to where I needed to be. Listen to that again. I was hanging out with people who didn't push me any closer where I need to be. What do I always say to you? Where you want to be and where God needs you to be are two completely different things. In order to receive the life that you need to, in order to live the life that you need to live, you have to give up the life that you want. So I just want you guys to know. He said not where he wanted to be, but where he needed to be. I just want you guys to get that. I was dying slowly and had not created a new vision for my life. I probably would still be in Cleveland working job to job and making people laugh on the weekends. Perishing is not always about some overdramatic emotion outpour or losing all your possessions at once. Most often, perishing is a slow, painful process, and if you aren't paying attention, it will trick you into thinking that this is the way things are supposed to be. By failing to have a vision, you are stripping yourself of every possible blessing, relationship, and opportunity when you sit by and just let your life perish without vision, and it's probably the most painful kind of death. And I would have to agree with that. For so many reasons. For so many reasons. Because before I would just pretty much just do anything just to kind of make me happy, whether that was oh, hang on, y'all. Hang on. Whether that would be, there we go. Whether that would be just trying to hang out with the jocks and, try to feel tough, or maybe, try to talk to a popular girl, maybe do a dare. We've all been there with peer pressure. Whether you're in elementary, middle school, high school, college, pre-K, even the workplace. Exactly. You have to do what makes you happy. It's one thing to do a job, but it's another thing to do a career. There's a quote from Bishop T.D. Jakes saying, your career is what you're paid for, and your calling is what you're made for. And, to find a career that matches your calling is not always an easy thing to do. For me, what I was made for was to share myself to help other people. The career I want is to be in media. There's not too many times where that matching happens a lot of times. But what you have to do is you have to, and this is why I say to college students as well, doing your purpose in college is not easy, because a lot of times your purpose is not a major in college. So what you have to do is you have to find the things that you can do from your purpose and try to figure out ways to carry them out in college. So for me, my gift is sharing myself to help other people. So how do I do that? I do it through TV2. I do it through Black School Radio. But also I do some things on my own, like the Scope of Success broadcast. You play too much. But no, seriously, I find different outlets. But also, I pray to God on the outlets that I use, because not every outlet is a good outlet for you to get out there. What I always say to people is how I got to my gift was God gave me my gift. Hello, King MH. Thank you so much for joining. Tours. Interesting. But no, how I found my gift was that, I asked God for my gift. I asked God, what could my gift be? And, he said, I gave you a great gift of speaking, so use that. And I was like, okay, you know what? I have my gift. I'm going to pray to God to help me find the avenues that I really want for my gift to shine. And so, I got into radio, then I got into TV, and then for a while, people said I should be a motivational speaker, but I never really saw that, in my life. And, I think the biggest thing is, when people see something in you that you don't see in yourself, sometimes you really don't accept that because you think it can't happen. Yeah, if you want to get into a heart battle with him, you can, but it's not going to be easy. But I appreciate all the hearts. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, people seeing things in you that you don't see inside yourself. I remember one time it was Zoe, and I actually counseled Radar and Zoe in a scope is called Let's Talk About Growing. It's actually on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Dr. B's Crib Radio Show. It's in my Periscope profile. You scroll all the way down, you'll see it. You can see me counseling a couple live. And, Zoe said something to me that, I've gotten, a few times here and there. She said that I should be a preacher. And, I really, really don't see that in my life. My mom has said it too. But there's some things that you can work on, and then there's other things that naturally comes to you. For me, this speaking comes naturally in me. Me picking up a scalpel and saving somebody's life does not. You know what I mean? So you have to find out, what you do with the least amount of effort. So, okay, let's keep going because this is really, really good. Okay, so are you in a state of perish? How do you know if you are perishing or not? Let's get honest about that. You can't expect to create a new life and a new vision for yourself if laziness is a part of your routine. Procrastination will not get the job done. Doing things halfway, improperly, or not all won't get the job done. Lack of enthusiasm won't get the job done. Unreliability will not get the job done. Being untrustworthy will not get the job done. Any negative trait that derails you from your dreams will not get the job done. Negativity can never be the fuel that drives your gift. I totally agree with that. It was funny because I talked to the Path about this. Yeah, and I think procrastination happens in a lot of different areas. Sometimes when we have a project and we know we have to get it done, but we know it's too big of a project, so we can procrastinate. But also, a lot of times we try to get everything done in one day, take on the world in one day, and so a lot of times if we don't get to it, we procrastinate with that. But negativity, you can't be the fuel that drives your gift. In order for the Scope of Success broadcast, in order for this scope to work, I have to be positive. Even if I'm going through a hard time, I have to maintain the positivity because I know that there are people watching. So if I come on here sad, upset, miserable, then it's not called the Scope of Success, it's called the Scope of Failure because I'm not doing my job. But also what I've come to realize is if you change your thinking, then what you do will change as well. So if you're thinking positively, then everything you do, you're going to have a certain positive energy about it. If you have negative thinking, then everything you do, you're going to think in a negative way. Right, though. So yeah, negativity can't be a part of it, especially if you want to get to levels that really impact people. If you want to impact people, there's no way you can be negative. Now, negativity can be used as a tool to showcase, how life can drag you down, but also can show how you pick yourself back up out of that negativity as well. So I'm not saying negativity is a bad thing, but you can't dwell on it. Like I said in the previous scope before, moments keep you stagnant while experiences help you grow. Let's see, you can also tell if you're perishing if you're the smartest person in your group. If you're the smartest person in your group, you need to start a new group. You can't be a person who knows all and can't be told anything. That would be me. I'm hard-headed in that area. And I think a lot of us are. Yeah, exactly. There's always some negative in everything, but the main thing is you have to look at the lesson behind it. Everything that you do is either a blessing or a lesson. For me, I always say that you have to be willing to learn, but sometimes I'm hard-headed when it comes to learning because I think the main reason why we think that we know everything is because we want to feel like we have it all in control. We have it together, and we know what we're doing. But a lot of times, we don't know what we're doing. We're afraid to ask for help. So I'm trying to get better at that too. And the reason why you can't know it all and can't be told anything because it stifles your creativity as well as the creativity of people around you. So this is where the dash comes in. Actually, let me reset real quick. Hello, my name is Braylon Lee. I am in college. I have a radio show called Dr. B's Crib Almost Live with Dr. B. Ajali Marie. It's on every weekday from 10 a.m. to noon. on blacksquirrel.com. That's BLACKSQUIREL radio.com. That's BLACKSQUIREL radio.com. If you want to call on the phone number is 330-672-7701. That's 330-672-7701. It is a wonderful radio show. I'm also the host, creator, and producer of the Scope of Success broadcast, which is all about making you successful. So, yes, it is. There is a curve show that I do from time to time. I talk about a lot, but I say that because they're very beautiful women and all that stuff. But anyway, let me get back to this. I just lost my page here. So hang on, I'm gonna get back on it. Okay, so here it is. What are you going to do with your dash? Like I said, your beginning is important and your ending is important, but what are you going to do in the middle? A lot of times in life, we always focus on our beginning and our ending, but we don't think about the middle. And I think we don't think about the middle because we become so mundane and used to living in the middle of everything that we don't know how to look up and see how we can use that. Oh, cool, that's amazing. That is amazing. Thank you so much. That, we get so used to the middle that we don't look at the middle as a tool to help us get to our ending. So check this out. Another way you are putting your state of perishing into perspective is to realize that one day your life will come to an end. Whether you want to believe it or not, there will be a casket and a hole in the ground with your name on it. The next homegoing service at your church could be yours. And the most important thing on that day won't be the amount of flowers that surround your casket or how well the choir sings your favorite hymn. The only thing that will matter is how well you use that dash between the day that you were born and the day that you die. I don't want you to spend your days preoccupied by thoughts of death, but I do want you to live your life thinking of how your dash will make a difference in this world. I want you to listen to this too. Check this out. If you still got breath and if you still got breath in your lungs and blood running through your veins, you got another day to make your dash count. If you're still blessed to wake up and see another day, God has a purpose, a plan, a destiny for your dash. And I really do believe in that because so many times, like I said, we become used to the middle, that we don't see the middle as a blessing. Like I say, sometimes I have to say out loud that I'm so grateful to be alive. Right, exactly, but no, we have to be grateful for being alive, because a lot of times, we don't have to be alive to deal with the stuff that we're dealing with. There are days where college is stressful, or when me and my parents don't really get along, but I have to think about, like, okay, you know what, I'm not really that bad of a state. I'm in college. I'm doing my own radio show. I'm doing a great scope on Periscope. I'm alive. I have parents who love me. So that's the thing. You have to take the good with the bad. And a lot of times, all your good days outweigh your bad days. So you have to think about the dash. You have to think about the dash and what is important. Like I said, your beginning and your ending is important, but that middle determines a lot. And here's the thing. The middle can help you understand your beginning, and because you use your middle to understand your beginning, I can't with you. But no, like I said, there are, if you use your middle as a tool to understand your beginning, once you have understand your beginning, then you'll come to realize why you're in your middle. And once you realize your middle, you can use that middle as a tool to your ending. So like I said, this is a really good scope, y'all. If y'all not in the scope, get in the scope, because it is really, really good tonight. The best way to start moving from your perishing into your promise is what I call dash deposits. These are simply efforts that you make on a daily basis to reach your destiny, add to your legacy. Read a book that helps you make your gift a dash deposit. The work you put into completing a project was due today is a dash deposit. Talking with your family members during dinner instead of watching TV is a dash deposit. Any small or large activity that adds to the quality of your life and your family's is a dash deposit. How you use your dash is completely up to you. Let today be the day that you make your dash meaningful as you move closer to your destiny. And I totally agree with that. Every day that I'm in college, I feel like I'm making a dash deposit. Every time that I put in a homework assignment, or I do a quiz, or I do a project, or even pass a class, that's a dash deposit. Every time I do the radio show, that's a dash deposit. Every time I do this, it's a dash deposit. The thing is, we always are making dash deposits. It doesn't just have to be professionally. It doesn't just have to be academically. It could be spiritually. It could be, for your health. If you walked a mile today, that's a dash deposit, because you're working out your legs, you're working out your heart, you're working out your body, so you can be around a lot longer. So dash deposits does not have to be some big I can't with you. But no, seriously though, every time you do something that improves you or your family or your friends or somebody that you know, or even people that you don't know, that's a dash deposit, and that is making something and that's making your life better than what it was. It was a quote. You're good. There was a quote that said, because the world is the same, you were born to change the world. I'm paraphrasing that a little bit, but because the world is the exact same way that is, you were born to make that difference. So, okay. So check this out. Here are some questions for you to consider, seriously consider as you move from perishing to reaching your destiny. Regardless of your track record, are you willing to acknowledge perfect? Are you willing to acknowledge, perfect, and use your gift to be successful? Are you opening to changing and evolving your thinking around success? Are you willing to change your actions around success? Are you willing to believe that you deserve all the riches that life has to offer? If you answered no to any of these questions, gift this book to a person who is willing to acknowledge his or her gift. Give this to a friend that you know who has been seeking success but has received no satisfaction through his or her dead-end job. In fact, leave it on the doorstep of a family member who wants a healthier marriage or a better relationship with his or her children. Now, if you answer yes to all these promises, keep on reading because we have more work to do. So from there, we have to move into the land of promise. There is no way you can move from a state of perishing to the land of promise if you don't step up and let the world see your gift. What good is it to be a chef if you are afraid to let somebody sample your dishes? What sense does it make to be a great speaker if you won't let the world hear your voice? I'm going to say that one more time. What sense does it make to be a great speaker if you don't let the world hear your voice, like I'm doing now? I'm letting people, exactly, sometimes the answers you are looking for are right in front of you. And when he said, you're a great, how can you be a great speaker if you don't use your voice? I'm using my voice every Thursday from 10 a.m. to noon when I do the radio show. Every time I come on here at 8 o'clock, I use my voice, and like I said before, even though it may not be 100 people or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, I've seen 100,000 people in one scope one time. It's crazy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And even though it may not be that many people in here, I appreciate that one person like it's that many people. Because every time I come on here, I get more confidence to come on here and talk to you guys. Every time I come on here, I create new content. Every time I come on here, I get to have a chance to get exposed to more people. Like I said, my gift is sharing myself. My gift is sharing myself to other people. I just have to be talented enough to actually do it in a speaking forum. So let me keep reading. I just thought that was really interesting. It's entirely possible that you could cash in your life savings to pursue your dream and a year later be flat broke. It's not desirable, but your leap of faith could land you in the back of your parents' basement. But which is worse, keep leaping and falling, getting back up, or living your life regretting that you never leaped at all? And there's a video called Steve Harvey Jump. And what I will do for y'all is I will play the video. And I'll actually let you guys hear it because it is a really good video. And it has a lot of good it has a really good message and a lot of points in this in this video I think you guys will actually agree with. So I'm pulling it up now. I'm not playing it now. I'll play at the end so you guys can actually listen to it. But Like I said, if you guys are not in this scope, I don't know what's wrong with you, because a lot of people wish they could find out what they can do with their life. And like I said before, to like the path of another scope is that, people always ask for information, but they're not willing to make themselves available to receive it. And so it's, of course, man, of course, humor brings people together. But no, it does get frustrating, because when I try to come on here and give success advice and people are not taking it, it's like, oh, should I keep doing it? But like I said, every time I come on here, I get more confidence, I get exposed to more people, and I also get to fine tune my craft. And you never know who you're reaching. Like the Pav said to me, one time that, man, you really have lifted me up, in some dark days. And so comments like that, or when Zoe said that I saved her relationship, it's a blessing, because you don't have to have that kind of impact on people. You really don't. But okay, so I have the video. I'm just going to open up into new tag. I'm going to open up some new tags. I'm just going to let y'all see this, because it's really, really good. But I'll play it at the end. So let's keep going. You can't let fear of the unknown keep you from your destiny. If God had told me that my path toward being a successful comedian would include living out of my car, divorce, and a $20 million tax bill, trust me, I would have stayed right on the assembly line at Ford Motor Company. But taking that leap into foreign territory prepared me to jump higher and further than I ever could have imagined. Okay, we're almost done here, folks. Almost done. So, living on wing and prayer, there's going to come a day when in the pursuit of your, there's going to come a day when your pursuit of living your dream is going to cost more money than in your checking account and the credit that you have on your credit card. That's so true. What's going to stop you from running back to your old boss and asking for your job back? As you pursue your dream, you have to be prepared for the time of bleeding as well for the time of plenty. No one said that living in the land of promise would be easy. When someone gives you a harsh critique or comes down to tear your character, you have to be confident enough to know that what God has for you can't be taken away just because of one person's opinion. Even your financial responsibilities will require you to take on a part-time job to get over the hump. You have to stay committed to your dream until you get the break that you deserve. And that's the thing, you have to stay committed to it until you see what the end's going to be, And a lot of times before the blessing comes, you're always going through a struggle. When you know what you know, nobody but you and God can see it, but you know that your gift is in there. It doesn't make sense to most people right now on why you spend so much time on something that looks like a useless hobby. But you know in your heart that that's the key to your future. At the end of the day, it's your personal resolve to nurture and grow your gift. At the end of the day, it's your personal resolve to nurture and grow your gift will be the deciding factor between your success and failure. I don't care how close you are with your mother or how much your best friend supports your dream. If you don't know and believe in yourself that you're... Hello, Angela. Good to see you. Welcome in. I don't care how close you are with your mom or dad or how much your best friend supports your dream. If you don't know and believe in your gift for yourself, you'll never know the life that God has destined for you. Exactly. I really do believe that, it's one thing for your friends to believe in you and your mom. Really, really though. It's one thing, for your mom or dad or your friends or mentors, or even people that people that, just see you on a day-to-day basis believe in you. But it's a whole nother thing when you believe in yourself, because guess what? People can believe in you all day, but if you don't believe in yourself, then your gift is not going to be used to its highest potential, because nobody else can do your gift but you. So, all right, we're almost done here. Getting motivated, staying focused. Moving from perishing into the land of promise won't work if you aren't motivated to stay there. We think that motivation comes from somewhere else, but our greatest motivation is inside us. The only difference between successful and unsuccessful people is that successful people know their gift and how to focus on it at all costs. I totally agree with that. It was funny. I was talking with one of my friends today, and I said to him, Doing the radio show is one of the coolest things ever. I absolutely love radio, but I'm so glad that I have all these other guests, because he said something to me that's very interesting. He said if you focus on that one thing, you will become tired doing that one thing. And my dad and my mom and a lot of successful people have said this to me. You can be skilled at everything, but a master at nothing. So I am focused on radio because I know that that's the thing that I do with the least amount of effort. But I have to have all these other things to help fuel that radio thing. So I totally agree with that. Once I discovered my gift, pursuing it became my sole focus. After focusing on the insignificant stuff and started focusing on my promise, I began to move in the right direction. We have to commit to taking the lid off of our dream every day. Most of the world just wants you to get a job and make someone else rich. Too many schools and training programs will steer you forward to serve on a company while forgetting about you and your dreams. Blow off that lid of your life every day and say to the world, I might be in this place right now, paying my dues and mastering my crafts, but my dreams are out of this world. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that. So that was chapter 4. Like I said, if you were not in this scope, man, you missed out. The dash between perishing and sacrificing your dream. So that's chapter 4, the dash between perishing and sacrificing your dream. Chapter 3 was taking the lid off the jar. Chapter 2 was fear and failure. Chapter 1 was I'm tired of myself, and the introduction was your gift is calling. Are you prepared to answer? So with that, I'm going to let you guys watch these 2 videos, and then after that we'll do a Q&A. Okay, so let me flip this here, make it big, and play it real quick.
Trying to figure out if she's ready to jump into a dream.
Hang on.
I'm back with Melissa, who's trying to figure out if she's ready to jump into a dream career as a hairstylist, which means quitting her day job. What would you need to be able to really quit your job? What do you think that would be?
I need clients in my chair. I need a steady income. My prices are anywhere from $30 to $250, and because I am currently in school right now, I can't do any chemical products, so right now it's just braids and weaves. And I figure if I bring in at least 3 weaves a day, a full head of weave, which is $250, I'll be able to quit my job.
Okay, what type of clientele do you have right
You guys can comment too.
I have my oldest client is 61 and my youngest client is 3. And I have about 15 clients that come to me regularly. I just picked up 2 new clients by being in the shop. So right now I'm trying to work on marketing and retention.
What do you need from Mark?
I need him to be supportive. I need him to, like, I know this is scary for both of us, you know what I mean? But I need him to put his fears aside and just be supportive and believe in me as much as I believe in myself, because I've been doing this for so long. Like, I'm good at what I do.
Why does this make you emotional?
Because it's hard feeling like you're alone and nobody believes in you.
Okay.
And it's not like a dream that I just
I'll definitely
had
check that out.
overnight. Like, I've been doing
Who is
this
it
since
by?
before. I remember sitting in the church pews and my grandma's like, braid this doll hair, be quiet. You know what I mean? So it sucks to feel like you're alone in it.
Marcus, when you hear that, man, how do you feel about that?
Like, it hurts my heart that she feels that,
Okay.
you know, I'm not behind her on it, because I am, but like I said, I'm just, the debts and, you know, possibly losing our spot, you know, it scares me.
Listen to everybody. Jumping is scary. When you first jump, your parachute is not going to open right away. I would love to tell you that it would, that when you quit your job, you'll just have a shop full of clients. It ain't gonna happen. The chute don't ever open right away. You gonna get some skin tore off you on them rocks. At times it's gonna feel like it's an uncontrollable tumble. But let me tell you this, if you don't ever jump, your parachute will never open. You will never soar. Now you'll be safe. You'll sit there with that parachute on your back, all them skills you got and your skills you got, and you'll have it packed away, and you'll never get cut up on the rocks. Don't jump, and you'll never get cut up. But if you do not jump, you will never soar. If you don't jump, I'm telling you right now, you'll never know. You'll never know, man. You may be the greatest hairstylist ever lived, but you ain't gonna know unless you jump. I would jump, man. I would jump. Should take a chance.
I would jump. I'm going to jump. Like I have to.
I'm a spokesperson for a company called Green Dot, and they've heard about how you're working hard to make your dreams come true. We're going to help you out a little bit, and we're going to give you $5,000. On a Green Dot cashback debit card, it's a new card in stores now, and it gives you 5% cash back on all your purchases. That at least gives the family a little bit of security if you pursue your dreams. Don't let the devil steal your joy. You got to jump, man. You got to jump. Everybody got to jump. Thank you, Melissa. Good luck. To learn more about Green Dot, head over to SteveHarveyTV.com. Hey, folks, welcome. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click here to subscribe.
You know what's funny? I saw like the path, and he said he loves Harvey's reactions. Yeah, you know, and here's the thing, Steve. The reason why I love his talk shows because he's real. And everything that he says and does on his show. And, you know, the reason why he was crying was because he had to jump. You know, at the core of him, he's a comedian. But he's been blessed enough to be able to try out all these other things. And that was from his daytime talk show. Now, this is his motivational message. Hang on. This is his motivational message that he did. Somebody at Family Feud, I don't know who, but God bless him. For 3 years, living in the car, yes. Whoever recorded this at Family Feud, I absolutely love them because without them, we would not know this. So I'm going to play this. This expands the message. So check this out, comment, and then we'll have a Q&A. We'll talk about the two videos, okay? Thank y'all for being in the scope. Let me reset real quick. My name is Braylon Lee. I'm in college. I have a radio show called Dr. B's Crib, Almost Live with Dr. B. Ashley Marie. It's on every weekday, Thursdays from 10 a.m. to noon on BlackSquirrel.com. That's BLACKSQURREL radio.com. That's BLACKSQURREL radio.com. One call on the phone number is 330-672-7701. I'm also the host, creator, and producer of the Scope of Success broadcast, appearing weeknights, 8 p.m. in the east, 7 p.m. down south, 5 o'clock in the west, 6 p.m. in the mountains. And this scope is all about making you successful. So here is Steve Harvey Jump. Comment, and we'll talk afterwards.
I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to tell you something that every successful person